What's up, everyone? Dr. D here, bringing you another DDR talk. Although we're not really going to call this one DDR talk number 4. This is more like a 3.5. This isn't really official. I mean, come on, look at my hair. It's got to be perfect hair if I'm going to be doing a DDR talk. We know that already. But no, this is going to be kind of a DDR talk, but obviously if you can look to the left of me, or is it the right of me, or I'm not sure how it's going to appear later on. I think it should be on this side. Either way, I'm doing a big score update, and that's kind of why we're going to do a DDR talk as well. So I'm going to offer some commentary while we are looking at these amazing, incredible scores, if I do say so myself. I don't know, in truth, there's a lot of stuff I wish I would have improved on even more, but hey, I'm going to get down to the score update later. First, we're going to talk about DDR, so then when you guys get your fill, you guys can get out before the video's, going to run its course of... Jesus, it's almost 10 minutes. Okay, let's get started. So, Konami did in fact announce DDR-A, or ACE, whatever they're going to officially call it. And that's going to be released, well, tomorrow. In fact, from where I am right now, it's going to be in less than 12 hours. So I'm going to finish up this video, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And if you're watching this, and you're watching it early, check my YouTube channel, check my Twitch. I'm probably streaming it right now. So that's right, 3:30. I'm glad they didn't do it on April 1st, or I would have thought it was a joke. But yeah, they're in fact releasing it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Everyone else is pretty excited about that. And I'm going to be streaming it. I'm going to be very curious to see what they're doing. So let's talk about what we do know. So one of my biggest fears was it was not going to be available on red machines. Those fears were quelled today when I was at the arcade and I spoke with the arcade manager. He did in fact tell me that he went through his contacts to find out that the red machines are going to be getting the update, as well as the U-Beat machines, which, come on, who the hell cares about U-Beats? That's like so 2007. So yeah, they're going to be getting their update just like everyone else on time, so that's good. Korea, on the other hand, is getting delayed, and from what I understand, it's due to their rating system. Since DDR-A is considered a new game, they have their version of a ESRB rating system where it must be rated by the board before it can be officially approved. Hopefully that's going to be approved pretty soon, because we know FIFEMS is ready to tear up some stuff. Okay, so I think that's just about all the information on DDR-A. I mean, besides that, it's just speculation, which I'm gonna do, of course. So let's speculate. I'm guessing between 20 to 30 brand new songs. If they're gonna release this like they've done before, it's gonna be 20 or 30 brand new spanking new songs. Oh yeah, by the way, this is all in one take, so if I fuck up like I just did right now, because I was going to try to do this video without profanity, but I just fucked up, so it looks like we're going to be swearing like sailors. So yeah, it's all in one take. And where was I? About the songs? Yeah, 20 to 30 new songs is my prediction. If they go the route of like way back in the day with X3 or X2 and X1, and going back and even further than that, there's going to be probably 20 to 30 new songs. They're probably for sure killing off all the scores, which is why I'm doing the score update right here, by the way. And they're going to be obviously killing the levels. I'm guessing that they're probably also going to be doing a thing where the more amusement levels you gain, you'll probably unlock extra songs or possibly challenge charts. They usually love to do that, so I'm fully expecting that as well. So hopefully I can get a lot of rounds in, and if there's anything interesting that you need to play a lot to get, I'll be able to play it by then. Besides that, new modifiers, I'm always asking for new modifiers, but they rarely ever did it. For 2014, we got pretty lucky. They did give us the 0.25 increments. However, those only went up to 4.0. I would really love to see them go up to 5, even 6. I mean, honestly, there's no reason not to. And I'd go a step further. For BPMs 1 through 2.5, I'd like to see even more variants. For example, maybe a 1... You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do 0.10 increments until 2.5. At least 2.0. Give us 2.0. 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. You get the idea. I'd love to see that, but I highly doubt they'd ever do that. Here's a feature I'd love to see. They actually had this feature at the X2 location test, which, by the way, there was no location test this time. That's, actually, that's not that surprising, because since, I guess, 2013, they've really just operated on an online update system. So testing out the new game doesn't really make sense. Although from 2013 to 14, they didn't change any interface, or they barely changed it at least. So this is a pretty big overhaul if you ask me. So surprised that there's not going to do any location tests. So I hope that I find a bunch of bugs. They had a lot of bugs in older mixes. On DDR X1, it was even possible to access songs you weren't supposed to. Okay, so yeah, I'd love to see new modifiers, but I doubt we're gonna get that. Wow, time flies when you're just yapping and yapping. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, since the DDR talk is pretty much finished, we're going to talk about the score update. But one last thing, a lot of you are asking me where are the other interviews. They're coming very soon. I just got the last translation for Brozani's, and I'll edit those as soon as I can with Kyle's help, and we'll get them out as soon as we can. Especially since this is coming out with a new mix, and it's pretty stressful. Yeah, can you imagine getting a brand new game is stressful? Trust me, it is. So let's talk about the score update. So as you can see, we've been going through the songs, and we started with alphabetically. That is just the easiest way for me to input the scores into my Xenius Eye Vanisher score tracker, which I will link down below. If you always want to see my most current up-to-date records, make sure you click on that link. I always mention this a lot, and I'm going to always keep mentioning this. Why do I do these score updates? One, Konami kills the scores quite often. We've been pretty lucky since 2013 to keep the scores, but it's all but certain that they're killing the scores this time, so I need some way to remember what my highest scores are. For example, on DDR Supernova 2, X1, 2, 3, you name it, I've gotten higher scores. Like all the records that you see here, yeah, probably the majority of them, at least half of them, are probably really my scores. But if you combine SN2 through X3, a lot of them I've done better on those mixes, but those you can't see because they were killed. So I do this as a time capsule, so I can obviously have them to look back at and keep my master list on the Xenius Eye Vanisher score tracker, which if that site ever went down, I would have a heart attack. So that's why I do that. And besides that, let's break down by the numbers. I haven't done a number breakdown since X3, and I finally decided to do it this time. Sorry, I'm looking at my desktop. And okay, this is what I got for you. Now, this is ignoring all the cut songs. There's been a lot of songs cut. I'll probably do a separate mini update to get all those up to date. But for what the list you're seeing right now, the quote-unquote final 2014 list comes out to 682 songs. That's right, 682. And with that said, I have PFC'd 640 out of 682, which brings it to a cool 93.8% PFC rate, which is not too shabby. And this is also to note that I have PFC'd every single song 6s through 16, and I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably the only person in the world that can claim that. I'm not saying I'm the only person that can do that, but the only person that has gone out of their way to make sure that they can make that claim. Is that something to be proud of? I don't know. Alright, besides that, I also went ahead and counted what was I counting? 99 plus. Oh, no, I counted the world records first. So, for world records, I probably miscounted by 1 or 2, but I'm fairly confident that the total amount of world records I have on single, expert, and challenge is 200 on the dot. Keep in mind, when I counted it, I might have missed 1 or 2, but to be honest, if I did, it's probably in my favor. Like, it might even be 201 or 202. So if I made a mistake, it's probably in my favor, so let's just ignore that altogether. And then finally, I also counted the 9999 songs, which what I like to call quad nines. Now, I love SDPs more, which is one perfect better, but I also like quad nines, which is just a 999, 9, and then whatever you got. And it includes MFCs. For expert, I counted plus or minus 351. Now, this one I probably did miscount, and it might be in the against my favor, so it's probably closer to 350, maybe even 348 possibly, but I counted my first time 351. For challenge, I'm confident that I have 68, and regardless, you put them together, that's a total of 419 songs on expert and challenge that are 9999 or quad 9 or higher, which is a 61.4% rate out of the entire song list. Not a bad wrap up. I could have gotten higher probably if I worked even better. And if you include my master list, these numbers would be significantly improved. But we're just counting from 2013 to 2016, and that's how I did. Alright, I'm surprised, but I actually went over on time, so I'm probably going to have to do some editing magic where I'm speeding up this video or slowing down the other to make sure that it fits together. But hey, that's video editing magic. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on DDRA.